Welcome, everyone. Tico Casamayor here at the Strive 305 Lockdown Fitness Podcast. Real excited today. We got a great doctor here with us. He's going to teach us a lot of things. I'm here with my co-host, Brett Locke, the Fitness to the Stars. Before we get started, Doc, I gotta introduce, because look, we got a beautiful sponsor today, Charcuterie Board, but these girls have to make more charcuterie boards and got to get out of here, so I told them I'd bring them on quick so that they could tell us what this is, and they don't have to sit around. Come on, girls, tell us. Quickly, bring us information, because I want to start eating it already.
Yes, please do.
So, Bon Vivant.
Bon Vivant. We are a charcuterie and gourmet market in Miami Lakes. We are a brick and mortar, so you could order these beautiful charcuterie boxes, or you can come to our store and purchase cheeses and hams. We have everything from Europe. We have local vendors. We have hosting gifts. So this is one of our charcuterie boxes. This is a large. It's our classic.
Wow.
So you're going to get not only presentation, but flavor. In this, you're going to have truffle cheddar, manchego, spicy copa, blue cheese, a blueberry goat cheese. So it's a perfect plate or centerpiece to your next gathering.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of people get boxes for the Super Bowl yesterday.
Yeah.
Enjoyed them.
Wow.
We had them, themed with Bad Bunny because, we got
It's
a
a
Latin
believable.
pride. And so we also do these now coming up for Valentine's Day with the Valentine's decor. So we kind of, make sure that we're in lockstep with seasons. So come check us out.
All right, so that you understand the reason that this is important.
Oh.
When you I do visit business owners all the time, going out there doing networking and stuff, and to show up with the regular old stuff, donuts, bagels, you come with a charcuterie board and everybody loves it.
Absolutely.
And you can theme them however you want. If you have a business you want to show off to, you can theme it with that. If you want to promote your business within the charcuterie board, they'll do all that kind of stuff, customize it for that. So it's a spectacular choice. And Mr. Fitness Instructor, there's healthy things in here. Tell me.
It's so good. I'm sorry. I just
He's not even focused.
yeah, because it doesn't even look real. It looks so good. So I'm giving you so much props on that. My
You
God.
see?
it looks
So Bon Vivant, tell them where we can find you.
www.eatbonvivant.com. That's our website. You could also order on our website. We have online ordering, and then our Instagram is Eat Bon Vivant.
And we have delivery from Tamarack down to Homestead.
Yep.
Very nice. Okay, get out of here and go build more boxes.
Have a great
I'll be
day.
picking up
Thank
my
you.
box later today. My home box. I got one branded for my house.
No, you didn't.
Yes, so that I don't get in trouble because I'm always outside doing podcasts, hanging out with you guys. Okay, so let's get back to the show really quick.
get it.
We're gonna say some thank yous to Mayor Levin Cava for giving us the room and the Strive 305 to do it. Manny Sid, who brought the Strive 305 to life. Your district commissioner. Do you know who your district commissioner is?
I don't.
Shame on you. Look it up. Anthony Rodriguez, District 10. We got to give big thanks to him because of him is why your district, your area is flourishing the way it is. Wells Fargo, thank you to you for the support of the website. They help us with the website. That website, Strive 305 website, is a resource. I'll tell you what that is because I know you don't, and to remind everybody else. Strive 305 website has resources. It has business owners. You can list your business in there. You can network marketing and networking advice, or if you want to know events, we have a calendar of events. The type of things that businesses always struggle with is what Strive 305 is all about. We're there to help small businesses grow, explain, and deal with whatever issues and problems that normal business have, that we help them get past that level quicker so that they can grow. And in the case of the Strive 305 Fitness Podcast, you're going to tell us business owners and people that deal with all the kind of problems we deal with, me, my back, my neck, my working out too much, not working out enough. I can't wait to hear all this and for you all to hear it and for you all to listen, because you're listening to a fitness instructor, a coach that is supposed to be coaching the Georgetown University basketball team. He hates when I do this, but he is. He was supposed to be the coach for that, but you know why he's not? Because he's a good husband, and his wife wanted to come to Miami for a job, and then he came with her. But this is the guy we have on the show today giving us advice and instruction. And what's my favorite kind of working out that you always tell me?
Functional training.
Functional
sir.
training.
Functional
I
training.
used to do all kinds of wrong training, functional training. The doc's going to tell us how that plays and what it's good about it and not. So, David Hernandez, chiropractor, Frontier Spine and Healthcare.
Yeah.
That's you?
That's me.
All right, I love it. Go ahead. Brett, take over because I'm going to be
Dave,
eating the charcuterie
Eat
board
the
while you guys are
charcuterie.
talking.
Enjoy yourself. Dave, you graduated from Palmer College Chiropractic.
Florida, yeah.
But before you became, my understanding, let me get it right, before you even thought about chiropractic, you were a trainer.
I was, yeah. I was a personal trainer.
How
You were one of
crazy.
him?
I was one of him.
Oh my God! Look at that. This
How
is
about
the,
that?
Not as experienced, but
This is a
I was
perfect
definitely-
match.
David is
I actually,
he's so humble.
I graduated UCF with my bachelor's in exercise science.
That's
because
awesome.
That was something that I became interested in high school. I always wanted to do something with the human body.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And exercise became something that I was really passionate about. So I learned a lot about
That's
that.
the road to be.
And then as I became a trainer, I realized that a lot of people were going to me as a personal trainer because they had unresolved health issues that were causing them pain.
Mm.
And they knew I need to get healthier in order to get rid of this. The unfortunate part is, like, as a personal trainer, I'm not qualified to help your pain. I'm not
Right.
qualified to help
Right.
your health issues.
Right. Right.
And I can help you exercise safely,
Mhm.
but sometimes you need a little more help. And so that's why I decided to become a chiropractor. I ended up a friend of mine was a chiropractor, and she introduced me to someone, Dr. Brett Chance up in Orlando, and I saw what he was doing. He was incorporating exercise with chiropractic
That's
and getting
awesome.
people better.
Mhm. So now movement
and I
is along.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to improve people's movement, get them back to moving, so I can then refer them to you and get them back to exercising.
This reciprocation that goes
was
on.
he your
I love
mentor?
it.
Is he the one that became? Because there's usually a mentor, right, that gets you going. Was that him?
No, I mean,
He was your
it depends.
inspiration.
He was doing what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wasn't that close with him, to be honest. My friend who was a chiropractor, Dr. Chloe Chance. Or,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Dr. Chloe Barnes. She was really more of a mentor.
She's the one.
She's a really empathetic person. She taught me how to really, love on the patients and stuff like that. So she's someone that I attribute more to becoming a
I
chiropractor.
realize that usually, at least all the chiropractors I know and doctors have always, there's always somebody that
There's always somebody, right?
That
'Cause,
inspires and motivates
The reality
them.
is chiropractic is not as well known, so you have to know a chiropractor to kind of want to be a chiropractor. And before I met her, I had never even been to chiropractic.
Are you one yet?
I am.
Are you mentoring somebody now?
Not yet.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
Not yet. Not yet.
be on the lookout because that's the best feeling in the world to have to sprout somebody out there that comes from you.
For sure.
But you got to know, you got to be wanting it. So, and I can tell that I love the fitness side of it. That you're fitness instructor and now this is spectacular. Go. Sorry. I'll keep eating. No, because now I'm really motivated. I can't wait.
When you have your patient, I'm pretty sure, obviously back pain is how do you apply what you know from your training along with chiropractic with what they have going on, so that I used to work for one, so I was a rehab specialist in exactly what you said. They would do their treatment, write up what they need, they send them to me, I go out, I perform the movement.
Yeah.
Now that you can incorporate that, walk me through exactly what
Yeah.
that looks like.
Well, there's a few things to consider, and we'll keep using low back pain as the example. It's the number one thing for low back pain is getting the patient moving.
There you go.
It's extremely important that they do something. Now, that being said, we need to make sure that we're doing things that don't necessarily aggravate, that don't get their 5 out of 10 pain up to 7 out of 10,
Right.
but that still kind of challenge their pain. And so what really it comes down to is the treatments that I give are just so that we can, in that short term, reduce their feelings of pain.
Okay.
That might be manual therapy, so your scraping, your massage, your heat, your stim, all that stuff, the
Right.
adjustment.
Right.
That stuff is just so that in that moment, your pain is decreased, so that you're, number one, more receptive to move.
Right.
But also, number two, we can do a little bit more when you do have to move.
So that sounds musculoskeletal.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so now let's go deeper, right? Because a lot is musculoskeletal. But then there's that one where it's more herniated disc-wise, right? So now, obviously, you have to take some x-rays, kind of see what's going on.
Well, it depends. When someone has low back pain, especially if they're kind of coming in at first, you don't really need imaging.
Oh,
It's actually usually not recommended that you do imaging at first
Okay.
because it is, number one, it's more expensive to the patient, but number two, it's probably not going to change your treatment plan. So if I don't need to send you out, if I can just treat you now,
Got it.
then let's just do that. Now, if they have any red flags, if there's any, if there's some sort of trauma that makes me think fracture, then of
Right.
course we're going to send out for imaging because I need
Got
to
it.
know before we start
got
treating
it,
you.
got it.
But most low back pain, the great majority of low back pain does not need to be imaged at all.
That's awesome.
And so it's all about just getting the patient moving again.
How about that? You hear that?
Yeah.
About getting them moving again.
Yes, I know.
So functional training is very
Brings
good
up
for that, I'm assuming.
Functional training. I mean, the reality is that's the other point of exercise selection, right? Is what are the patient's goals? What do they want to get back to? And also, what do they prefer in terms of exercise?
Right.
When it comes to pain, the research shows that there's really no difference in what kind of exercise they do, as long as they are exercising. Now, in terms of specific goals, performance, then that's when exercise selection matters.
Right.
But if I'm taking, I don't know, 50-year-old mom
Okay.
who just hurt her back, and she comes in, she doesn't really have a performance goal, she doesn't really have an exercise preference, then I might just tell her to go on a walk.
Right.
Or to
Really?
do
Just a walk
Just a
alone?
walk. Just 30 minutes of walking every day, or maybe some core stability stuff, something that's lower intensity, that is not going to aggravate her pain, but is going to get her moving and get her feeling comfortable with moving again.
Right.
What a lot of people don't know about pain is that, I'm not trying to say it's in your head, however, the fears that we have with pain, the fears of movement, those tend to exacerbate pain. So it's my job as a clinician to sort of give you the permission to move, and then let you know, hey, this is okay, this is not okay, as long as we keep you moving.
Believe it or not, that does work.
Can I ask you
Yeah.
a question that I know is very broad, but what causes the back pain? In my case, lower back pain, sometimes in the middle, sometimes on one side, sometimes on the other. What is the cause of it? Or can you not tell me that unless you have to look at me and diagnose?
Yeah, well, for one, for you specifically, I'd have to do an exam and all that stuff. Unfortunately, the reality is most low back pain is what we would call non-specific low back pain. And what that means is we know it's not fatal, we know it's not deadly, we know it's probably not going to lead to disability and stuff like that, and it's most likely musculoskeletal. But that's about as far as we can get in terms of telling you for sure this is what you have. For some people, it could be the joints that move the spine. For other people, it could be their discs, it could be the muscles, it could be the tendons. Exams are not specific enough to tell you what tissue is actually damaged or injured. And a lot of times that stuff is not inflamed enough or not damaged enough for me, if I took an MRI, to really show, oh, it's this specifically. Which is why, unless I have a specific diagnosis in mind that I need to roll out, I'm not going to order the imaging. Because whether it's the tendon, the ligament, the muscle, the disc, the joint, the treatment is the same. I need to reduce your pain through some sort of soft tissue technique or adjustment, and then I need to get you moving.
Yeah, you get up in the morning and you have that soreness and the pain, or you're on the couch for like, but then as you do physical activity or you train, it goes away and you're a rock star. So that's basic. That's one that's what did you call it?
Musculoskeletal.
Musculoskeletal. So
It can present in a lot of different ways. Some people do get it in the mornings.
Right.
Some people, it may present, when they do movement. That's another thing is, even though I'm saying move, there are some people who are doing too much movement. And usually when someone is doing too much, then that's a case of too much too fast. And so in that case, it's not necessarily let's do more movement. It might be let's kind of manage your load and your intensity to reintroduce that and get your body prepared for that. Or let's find a way to move differently so that while your body needs this rest, you can still do the things that you need to do.
it's funny. Like I told you, I wake up and then I go to him, train for hours, crazy amount of weights. I feel great. Next day, I'm walking, I sneeze, and my back is killing me. What is causing that? Like instant,
So,
what they call traumatic pain.
The sneezing is
Or tying my
indicated-
shoe and it just clicked the wrong way, and then now you got pain.
When you say
Is that a
tying your
nerve?
shoe, how do you mean?
Like I bend over to go
Like you
tight.
bend
Like,
down?
oh,
So
shit, here we
the
go.
Sneezing, the bending down, those are kind of leading me more towards disc, especially the sneezing. When you sneeze or when you cough, the abdominal pressure it goes up, and so what that does is it kind of eliminates any space that you may have. And then if it's abutting a nerve or something like that, then
It's like
that'll
nerve,
cause-
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that too. It's got to be, that's my shit, Brent. You got to fix me, man.
Oh yeah. Well, let him fix
Oh,
you.
you can come see me.
Yeah, come see him first. Yeah. How about, let's do that first.
Somebody did one of those x-rays on me. They go, oh my God, you're basically compressed totally that I have no space. Pulling you apart is not going to do much, but at least it'll do a little bit. You've seen those?
Yeah.
Those are hot messes, right? That's from the
Hot mess.
too much.
Again, that's
Those are hot
one
mess.
of the
Hot
issues I
mess.
have with people.
Should I be
taking
hanging upside
so
down?
much. You could do that. Nothing wrong with that. When we take images on a person and then we tell them this is the worst back that I've ever seen,
Yeah.
or this is so bad I don't know how you're walking.
You're fused for life. Yeah.
We're telling the patient you should be scared. We're telling the patient, you shouldn't move. You're broken. You really, you're about to die, essentially. When
Yeah, that's me, but I've chosen to go the other way. I'm just going to go crazy.
Those ideas are actually super counterintuitive to what the patient needs to do to feel better. You said it yourself. You wake up, you're feeling in pain, and then you go move, you go exercise, and you feel better, right? What if you hadn't been an exerciser before? What if you didn't know somebody who could exercise with you safely, and then a doctor takes an x-ray and tells you, this is so bad, like, I don't know how you're moving. What are you going to do?
Get a wheelchair.
Wake up. Yeah, you're going to wake up
and
you're
get in
gonna
a
feel
wheelchair.
worse, and you're going to be like, I need to make sure that I don't do anything to make this worse.
That's right.
When the reality is, what makes it worse is sitting down, doing nothing, lying down. You look up any guideline for managing low back pain, the first thing they say is do not recommend bed rest. Do not recommend bed rest. It will make it worse.
You're welcome to everybody listening. This is why you come to watch this show, to learn these things.
Please explain, everybody, let's say 1 out of 5 has sciatica pain. Okay. Walk us through that. Because, that
What
is...
is that?
Huh?
Wait, I'm chewing. What
is
is sciatic pain first?
Okay,
Explain
well,
that.
Let's break it down, Brett. Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
you guys are smart.
Dude,
You're talking to me.
there's I feel like half the patients that walk in are like, oh, I have sciatica. And then I do a history, and I'm like, this is not sciatica.
This is not even sciatica.
So people say sciatica, and they think back pain, really. Or they think, like, pain that is in my back that goes
down my leg.
to the leg.
Yep.
The sciatic nerve is a specific nerve. It's like a combination of a few different nerves from the lumbar spine that then kind of come down, goes down the leg, and innervates, the buttock, the back of the thigh, the back of the leg, all the way down. It's what they told us at school. It's a trash can diagnosis because it means nothing. It tells me nothing. All it tells me is the sciatic nerve is irritated. By what?
We don't know.
It could be the muscles in your glute.
Yeah, that's right.
It could be at the nerve root in the lumbar spine. It could be the hamstring. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that can irritate the sciatic nerve. On top of that, you can have low back pain that radiates down the leg, but is not involved with your sciatic nerve at all. In fact, I think that is pretty common. Lots of patients will have pain coming from the SI joint, which is your sacrum is under your lumbar spine, and then your hips kind of sit along the sacrum, kind of like this. And this joint tends to move sometimes. If this joint is inflamed, it can refer to the buttock area, but it doesn't cross the knee.
Right.
So patients will think, oh, I have sciatic pain, when in reality, that's not the sciatic nerve at all. That's something completely different. So
how can you distinguish between the two, though, if they're both common or they're
you do
similar?
An exam. You do an exam.
Right.
Again, the crossing the knee is really important if I think it's something more nerve related. On top of that, I may also do a neurological exam to test their sensation, to test their muscle strength, to test their reflexes.
Okay.
And that'll let me know if it's more musculoskeletal or if it's more nerve related.
Right.
And also the symptoms, because just because a pain is referring doesn't mean it's related to a nerve. Nerve pain usually also comes with the numbness, the tingling. It's very hard to relieve. If you find it easy to relieve your pain, then they may not be nerve related. On top of that, sciatica, very flexion intolerant, meaning if your sciatic nerve is irritated, you're going to have a hard time bending at the waist.
Right.
Whereas sometimes, especially with the SI joint, you're going to have a hard time extending or leaning backwards.
Right. Right.
So all those things kind of clue me in as to, do you have a true sciatica or is it something else going on?
Right.
Again, at the end of the day, well, with sciatica, if there really is that nerve irritation, finding alternatives to movement is going to be more the option there. Making sure that their lifestyle is not super inflammatory, making sure that they're making healthy choices in terms of stress and their diet and all that stuff, so that there's not other things also irritating the sciatic nerve. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm distinguishing between the two. So the treatment is a little different, but yeah.
How do you feel about stretching when you're at your low back pain? Does it feel good or it doesn't feel good?
He's being smart. All right, you want me to teach?
I'm feeling like a previous discussion that
No. I'll
I'm
teach.
here to arbitrate. No,
I'll teach and I'll preach.
Still.
And he can correct whatever I say wrong
all right.
because I know.
Real fast.
I know. Stretching, flexibility, the most important thing, more important than the workout. And for some ridiculous reason, when I was younger, I would spend minimum 45 minutes stretching before, and a combination of before and after the workout, right? And I would last forever. But as I've gotten older and I need more time, or I have less time, so I need more, I've been focusing more. No, I got to get the workout in, and I reduce the stretching and warm up before just to get the workout in. And at this point, I'm basically just a walking brick because I can barely, because of the soreness of the back. And I don't understand why I can't convince my brain that I need to stretch, warm up. I even have all the stuff at home. I got the roller, foam roller. I got the mat. I just got to do it. And I know it makes all the difference in the world. Why I don't do it, I can't explain it to you. Hopefully he'll now scare the shit out of me and make me do it. And that it's more important.
Well, I don't know if I'll actually scare him, to be honest, because my answer, stretching is good if you have a specific mobility goal. Stretching is great for pain management. But outside of that, you're better off resistance training with a full range of motion. And here's why. People will always say, oh, as long as I stretch, I stretched when I was young and I stretched throughout my life, that is going to prevent injury. That's not necessarily true. In fact, it's way more important that you begin resistance training when you're young and you continue resistance training throughout your life. Mm-hmm. That's going to prevent way more injury than stretching ever will. That being said, what's great about stretching is you can do it whenever, at any point, and you're still going to get those benefits. So what it sounds like for you is this is a time issue where you're not necessarily having the time necessary to do the stretches. You can just pick 2 stretches that you feel the most beneficial and kind of just do them throughout the day. If you have set alarms for like 4 times a day, 5 times a day or something like that, spend a good amount of time in that stretch, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 set for each stretch. And that's pretty good at increasing your flexibility day to day, week to week.
Anthony, give me full camera, please. I want everybody to see the full camera. Yeah, there we go. You have just given me the best advice ever that this one has never given me. So glad you're here today. That I can do. Yeah. I'm OCD as hell. When I was competing, I had to eat every 6 times a day. Mm-hmm. I can do that. This I can do. When I'm training with him, I want to milk every second of his knowledge. I don't want to waste it stretching before and after because I'm wasting my time with him. Because when he has me doing the functional training, which includes those full range of motion things, it feels spectacular. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to get there and then waste time stretching and warm me up because I want to milk all his brain as much as possible.
For sure.
You've just given me the ability to do that because I don't need.
That's
and I've actually heard
what he's saying.
Yes, he says I can stretch on my own throughout the day.
Throughout
4 times.
The day.
Right, I don't need to do it with you.
You're not 22 and you're not going to come in there and not warm up a little bit, young man.
No, the warm up is important.
Thank you very much.
Warm up is important.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not saying don't stretch.
Thank you.
But I've also heard.
Thank you, bro. Oh my God.
Answer this, because I've heard this too. People say it's always been stretch right before that, but now I hear it's more important to stretch after the workout than before the workout. Not the warm up. I know, do bike warm up. I do all of that, but I mean the stretching part. Tell me about that. Before, after,
stretching before. If you're a high level performance sprinter or something like that, you really don't want to stretch before because that reduces your muscles' capacity to produce force. Your muscles' capacity to produce force is super important for literally any athletic endeavor. So you're gonna want like a more dynamic stretch.
Time out. Say that one more time.
Dynamic.
Thank you.
And I want to make that distinction because
sir.
I say stretching.
Because I don't know what
I say stretching, and everyone thinks, oh, sit and hold.
No.
Right? Or do this and just hold it there.
Thank you.
That's not correct.
David.
Actively moving through your joint's entire range of motion.
Thank you, sir.
Like when you're touching your toes, or when you're swinging your arms. That's a form of stretching, and that's good for warming up.
Through movement.
Is that dynamic?
That's dynamic. Exactly. A static stretch at the end of the workout can help facilitate the muscle a little bit more, and lengthen the muscle a little bit more. So I usually recommend static stretching at the end of the workout, dynamic stretching at the beginning, but then to increase your mobility, the one you got to do throughout the day is the static stretching.
Mobility. Perfect. No, but I'm doing my that before I go to you, and then the one after you. You're not going to milk my stretching. You're going to turn my stretching into your time. I want pure training from him because the functional stuff that he's doing is spectacular.
Yeah.
Right? It's
David, please don't listen to them because everybody knows when they come to me that the first thing you do is you foam rolling a little bit. release,
For sure.
your fascia, and then you do a dynamic warm up. I won't start with you until you get that done.
You have to.
I don't worry. They know this. He's trying to get out of it, as you hear, and you're trying to use him. It's not working, young man.
Okay,
Dave,
fine.
real fast. Go through Frontier, how y'all operate.
Yeah.
All right, and then what it is that you're specifically doing in there. Right. Just give us the lowdown of Frontier. Break it down to us.
Frontier Spine and Healthcare, I like to consider us kind of a one-stop shop for health. We do more than just chiropractic. I'm the chiropractor, so I deal with all the musculoskeletal complaints: back pain, neck pain, elbow pain, knee pain, ankle pain. I do it all, and there are some patients I don't even adjust. For example, I have a patient who has a meniscus
Was
injury.
it just because everybody
Like a
doesn't know
chiropractic manipulation, the back cracking that you may see.
Right.
I have a patient who has a knee complaint. They had a meniscus complaint. We just did exercise. I did maybe some manual therapy to the quad, and then that was really it. There was no need for me to adjust his low back. He didn't have a complaint. That's what I do at the office.
Right.
The owner, my boss, Dr. Raymond Tolmos, he does functional medicine. So he's a chiropractor as well, but then he did 3 extra years of education
Okay.
in kind of holistic internal medicine. So he sees a lot of patients with internal disorders, heart disease, fatigue issues, autoimmune disorders, things of that nature. He does a very thorough history, very thorough blood work, panels, all that stuff. And then he may recommend supplements, nutritional changes, lifestyle changes to help support patients with those complaints.
That's awesome.
And then we also have a nurse practitioner, she's not a doctor, it's a Marie Cintron, and she practices regenerative medicine. So PRP injections, a lot of weight loss therapy, peptides, things of that nature. So
I was going to ask, what are your thoughts on that? So now I'm getting the
Yeah.
answer. So you guys,
we do a
Reach
lot
on
of
that
that stuff.
too.
Yeah, we do a lot of that stuff too.
when you say the weight loss, you're talking about the injectables as well, or different versions?
Right now, we recommend a lot of retatrutide.
Oh my God, no way, perfect. Let's talk about that. No, we don't have much time. No, because that's new.
Yeah,
Red is
yeah.
new. It's not even FDA approved from what I
brand new,
understand
yeah.
yet.
No, not yet.
But the other ones, tricipitide, the Manjaras and the Ozempics. So they have a purpose, which is to help to lose weight, right? But
Yeah, they're all for losing weight. The difference
difference with the Retta?
difference here is the Retta is it's a combo of 3 different compounds. So one of the compounds is the same as your Ozempic and all that stuff, which is the appetite suppressant.
Correct.
And that's the main mechanism for the weight loss. You're just eating less.
Right.
However, the Retta is a little better because it includes 2 different compounds. One of them will increase the amount of energy that you produce. So again, if that formula for weight loss is energy expended and then energy consumed, you're expending more energy, you're consuming less energy, you're going to burn more calories.
calories.
You're going to lose more weight.
That's awesome.
But then the third thing it does is another compound that is for retaining lean mass. And this is why Retta has been kind of
Helps
the
you
next
retain.
exactly.
Get out of here.
Oh, no, yeah, you hadn't heard about that. I wanted you to hear this.
This is
It's
why
huge.
Retta is kind of like the next step in that because, there's been a lot of success in weight loss with the older stuff.
Yeah,
But you lose muscle mass.
But if you're not exercising, which a lot of people are not, you're losing lean tissue, which can set you up for other things in the future. It's a cost benefit, if you're gonna have health problems from all the weight, maybe the weight loss is good.
Right.
But there's other stuff. The Retta is gonna help you retain a little more lean mass,
How about
which
that?
offsets that kind of cost benefit that you're having to do. You still need to exercise. You still need
Absolutely.
to resist
Eat
the
clean.
strain.
Yeah, still
you
gotta
still
eat
need to
well.
eat clean.
Yeah,
All that stuff. Because
absolutely.
the point of these drugs is not to be on them forever.
That's right.
The point is to give you that kind of
Push.
give you
Yeah,
that
get
push,
you-
give you that capacity to do the behavior change so
Right.
that your lifestyle can be maintained. But yeah, that's the difference.
And the only reason I heard about it was because on NBA Today, Charles Barkley, he mentioned Retta. He's using the Retta because he looks
he's
great.
using it right now. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I heard someone else was talking about it, and I go, "Oh, the Retta, but what?" And then mentioned similar to what you said, but I had no idea of in depth. So I'm glad you said that. That's big now. And again, the only negative I hear is the whole FDA approval thing. But I heard that that's now being fought, and everybody's trying to like stop them because then Retta's going to basically take over for all the others, and you know how that is with the whole lobbying and all that. But that's good to know. So you guys are able to use that already.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Very
Dave,
nice.
real
Are those
fast.
prescription? I'm sorry, one last. Those,
Yeah, so those are through our nurse practitioner.
So
She
you
does
can-
have to
you
make a
could
prescription. and
do
then,
prescription.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
insurance
go.
covers it, or you don't know?
No.
It doesn't.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't.
No, it's
Because the
still
Retta, I
cosmetic.
heard right now is expensive because it's the
Yeah.
it's the newbie and the whatever.
It is. Yeah. It is. It is costly. However, we have seen some pretty great results with our patients, especially patients that have struggled with weight loss for years, patients who have weight-related health issues, arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, all that stuff.
Yeah, my number one. But everybody says, "Oh no, yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen in the future." If you have an older patient that's heavy,
that's not true because these weight loss drugs have been used for a really long time on human beings, and they've been studied on human beings for different diseases, not necessarily for weight loss. So it's not like it's not like some other peptides where, oh yeah, we used it in rats once and now we're using it on humans, so we really don't know what's going to happen. No, like these have been studied, researched, so we know their safety a lot better than a lot of other peptides.
and again, basic common sense. If you have a very heavy set older patient that's suffering from knee issues, ankle issues, back issues, diabetes, all these other things, and you get their weight down, and all that's going to be relieved.
And the way I look at it too, like we want to make sure that we're prescribing people as little medication as possible, right? So that individual is probably going to be on cholesterol medication, they're going to be on blood pressure medication, diabetes medication, because we're treating these things kind of down the stream. Whereas if we can start treating it more up the stream with one medication instead of all of these medications, then
come into play.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
You see the Retta, but so if I'm training, oh my God, he's going to kill me. I'm sorry, guys. So if I'm training and continue to train with the monster here, then a tricipitide is okay as long as I'm not losing the muscle mass, or do you still think the Retta is better?
What do you mean?
As you mentioned, the Retta is to maintain the muscle mass.
Well, that depends on you. I mean, first of all, what can you afford, right? Second of all, how badly do you need to lose the weight? Are we talking about 10 pounds, 15 pounds? Like, a lot of people are taking this stuff and they don't necessarily meet the qualifications for taking this stuff. So, I'm not recommending. That's not what they're for.
He's not promoting that.
That's not what they're for.
It's not for that.
That being said, all things considered, if you can have something that helps you retain lean mass and you're still resistance training, that's always going to be better than.
And I mean, with peptides, everybody's a little different. You never know. Everybody reacts a little different.
Exactly.
It's almost like figure out what you like. Okay, sorry, Brent. Continue. End us.
It's okay.
I'll let you end us.
Real fast, go through your top 3 on maintenance on the lower back and your back period.
Top 3 exercises?
Exercise tips, what it is, just to keep us from coming back to you.
Okay.
Drugs to take.
Top 3, what you got?
Top 3. Number 1, do not use nicotine.
Really?
Wow.
Do not use nicotine. Do not
that is
smoke.
left field for real.
Thank God I don't smoke.
Stop.
You gotta stop smoking.
People have no clue. One of the highest predictors that you will develop low back pain is tobacco use.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. So, is that because people who use tobacco tend to be more sedentary? It could be. There are also just so many. It wreaks havoc on your body, and so it causes heart disease. It causes issues with your lungs, and all that stuff can lead to low back pain. So, if you smoke, please at least reduce the amount that you smoke.
Wow, he threw one in there. Go ahead.
Number 2, make sure that you resistance train. It is extremely important to lift weights. If your back is strong, then you're going to be capable of doing the things you need to do around the home. In the north, one of the biggest reasons people throw out their back is because they don't do any exercise. They're not active at all, and then it snows, and then they got to go and shovel that snow.
That's right.
So they're just not prepared for that physical activity.
That's right.
If you do physical activity, if you lift weights, then you're going to be able to do the things that you need to do around the house. And then lastly, do your cardio. High blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, all of these things are precursors to low back pain. And a lot of times, treating those things reduces people's low back pain. So all of that to say, if you do your best to be a healthy person, that's really what matters most for reducing your risk of low back pain.
There it is.
And death.
How about that?
And death.
How do we find you, big brother?
You can follow me on Instagram at David_Hernandez_DC. You can find our website for Frontier Spine and Healthcare, chiropractorinmiami.com. And yeah, that's how you find us.
My man.
Wait, how do we find you, Brent? Because if you need a trainer, we need you. So tell them how to find you.
You can go to Instagram on lockdown.miami, as you see on the screen. as we all know.
Well, it's not there now, but
not.
say it anyway because do you not know that we also get rebroadcast on Sirius XM radio only, Smarty Pants?
No, I did
yes,
not.
So
Oh, I
please,
didn't know that.
Yes,
Lockdown dot
1.5
Miami.
million possible listeners. So.
Lockdown Miami.
Yes, we need to
There
share.
we
Say it
go.
again because I was talking.
Lockdown Miami. Thank you very much.
Yes, I don't want people to have an excuse, but I don't know a trainer. I don't know this.
No excuses,
You
right?
know the best one here. Why? Because if I take off my clothes right now, you'll be, holy crap, this guy looks great, and it's thanks to him.
Just don't tie your shoes.
I'm just hoping everybody tells me.
Just don't tie your shoes.
Yeah, just don't
sneeze.
I can't tie my shoes or sneeze. But otherwise, I'm great. Thanks, Doc. Pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
My
Oh,
man.
appreciate
it.
Thank you, brother.
Anthony, it's up to you, kid.